your name again for me?
Doris Jean.
Doris Jean Grubb was a Kensinger, though.
Hmm?
How do you know this guy right here?
He's my brother.
He's your brother?
Mm-hmm. What are you doing, Lex?
Hi, Jack. Long time no see.
Well,
The sun's out really nice today. Your flowers really look nice out front. Your tulips are out and everything's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who is your husband?
Oh, there it is.
Bob Grubb.
Bob Grubb?
Mm-hmm.
How did you guys meet?
School, high school.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How did he show interest in you?
Oh, danged if I know. Danged if I know.
Did he come up and see you or talk to you or?
Oh, yeah.
He used to come to our house, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, he would come and I think he used to come, he knew Keggies and them, didn't he? Was it Keggy or who did he know? Was it Keg of Rice or was the Helps girl? Was the Helps? Up in the Red Road, her and Nancy.
I never think about him anymore.
Did he come to see Nancy too?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
Did he used to hold your hand?
Hmm?
Did he hold your hand?
Oh, sure. How do you think a guy's so old?
Did he give you that ring? Is that your wedding ring?
Yeah.
Can you show me it?
Well, no, I don't have my wedding rings anymore. I don't know what happened to them. They just disappeared.
How did he give you a wedding ring? Did he get down on his knees?
Mm-mm.
What did he do?
I don't know.
Well, how many kids do you have?
Oh, gosh. I have 3.
You have 3?
Warren, Wayne, and Melanie, but Warren's gone. Wayne and Melanie are still here.
What was Warren like? What was Warren like?
Oh, he was athletic.
Mm-hmm.
He was always athletic.
He was a champion wrestler.
My glasses washed. I can't see.
He was a champion wrestler, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He used to go to the wrestling matches. He used to get into the tournaments and things, and he was a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
And
that's him over there.
This one right here?
Mm-hmm. I don't have any. Yeah, there's Wayne.
Wayne's your other son?
The redhead, yeah.
Okay. And then this is Melanie?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Did they get along when they were kids?
Oh, yeah. If they didn't, I made them get along.
Like what? What did you do?
Whatever it took.
Like what? What did you do?
Just yelled at him, you know.
Speak at him.
Just like you do.
What was Melanie like as a little kid?
A lot of fun.
What'd she do?
Wasn't she?
Yeah, she was a lot of fun. She really was.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a good baby. And she was born just before they moved from Indiana or from Pennsylvania to Indiana. She was just a baby then.
Yeah.
And then later, Wayne was born out here.
No, Wayne was born before Melanie.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was thinking the other way around. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Wayne was born before Melanie.
And yeah, Warnie was just a little boy. He was 2 years. Well, when he was a baby, I used to babysit him. That's how I got my first bicycle. Yeah, I babysat Warnie and Doris Jean here she worked at the where they had the Green Giant processing place where
corn factory.
Yeah, they brought corn and things in, and she worked in the factory, and she took the money and she bought me a bicycle for taking care of Warnie. She said she'd get me a bike. Anyhow, she went down to Granville's house, and down at Granville's house, she said, "Hey, I got something up in the garage for you, up in the one upper garage." And I went up there, and she bought me a bicycle. That was really nice.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. And then Darrell Long needed a bicycle, and I had gotten another bicycle in the meantime. So anyhow, he bought it for $2. He didn't want to give me more than $2 for it. He was kind of a tight guy.
Yeah. I never was around him very much. I didn't really know him.
Yeah, you're better off.
They still live there? Long still live
No,
there?
and in fact, Terry just died.
Oh, he did.
Terry just died this past week, and they had the funeral for him on Thursday.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What did he have?
Just old age. I don't know. McGee just told me on Wednesday night that he died, Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday night, and then they had the funeral for him on Thursday.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know which day he actually died, but I found out on Wednesday and it's Thursday, and so it'd be the first part of April here.
Did they still live right around home there?
Yeah. Well, all the Longs are gone now. Daryl's gone. Donnie's gone. How about well, Arlene is still alive. Remember, he married Arlene Long.
Yeah.
And she's still alive. Do you know how old Arlene is?
She's older than I am.
Is she about Betty's age? Or older than Betty?
I think she's older than Betty.
Oh, wow. But yeah, she's alive. And then you have Arlene, and now Darryl, though, he's gone. And Daryl's been gone for quite a while. And Gladys is still, remember Gladys? Who, well, she was Bobby's wife there. But anyhow, she's still in the nursing home in Martinsburg.
Oh.
And she has dementia real bad, too.
Oh.
Yeah. I really like your flowers that's in the window there. They never die, you know?
That's the kind I need.
Yeah.
I used to have, but I don't anymore.
When Grandma was here, you used to have a lot of flowers, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
who lives in her house now?
Nancy. She has all her things there anyhow.
You? Oh, you do? That's a nice house. I like the land. I like the land outside.
Well, let's see. The last time you was there was just before I painted. When did we paint the house yellow? About 5 years ago? 5, 6 years ago? That was just before Bruce passed.
See, I didn't even know Bruce died.
Yeah. And
what happened to him?
Well, he ended up with cancer in the esophagus. And you did come to his funeral.
And he didn't smoke or nothing, did he?
Well, he quit smoking. He smoked when he was younger.
Oh, I didn't know that.
About 20 years ago or so he stopped smoking. But yeah, you came to his funeral at that time.
See, I forget.
And I think that's probably about the time it was we painted the house, or not the house, but the sheds, all the lower garage and the smokehouse and the outhouse and the wood shed. And I want to tell her about the bike ride you took me on.
Which one?
The one where you took me to the store, and I supposedly was on the handlebars and fell off.
Did you get hurt?
Well, you told me you did, that I did.
I don't remember.
You told me I used to ride on the handlebars of the bicycle, and I fell off. You hit a rock, and I fell off and hit my head and knocked me out.
That's what's wrong with you now?
That's what we said. It's exactly what's wrong.
Well, it was a good thing then. I'm glad I did that.
Yeah, trying to knock some sense into me.
No, I don't. Oh, I don't remember that.
I can remember.
Well, I probably knocked all the kids. So I don't remember just one.
Yeah, you told me that's what happened. That we went to the store, and coming back there down by where the Sportsman's Club is now there. Anyhow, there was a rock there. Somehow you went off the road and you hit the rock, and I went landed on my head and knocked me out.
Oh, I don't remember that. I should remember something like that.
Then I remember going to the store with Bobby one time, and I was sitting on the back of the bike, and I got my foot in the spokes.
Oh.
He swerved somehow, and my foot went down to keep myself from going off the bike, you know, and get my balance, and my foot went right in the spokes and messed up my foot for a while. We had all kind of things like that.
Oh my gosh. See, I don't remember any of that stuff. That's awful.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Do you remember your dad and your mom?
Yeah, a little bit, not much.
What were they like?
Oh, good people. But from the time I was a teenager, I always worked out, though. I was never hoping to help her. When she had all them kids, and they had me out working somewhere else, doing somebody else's work.
Where did you work?
On a farm for Herman Burkitts. No, they weren't related. She went to school with my mom in high school. That's how they knew each other. And she knew that Mom had these girls, and so she needed somebody to do all her work so she could go out and do what she wanted to do. And that's what I did. What she was supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I did that till Grubby came along and got me out of there.
How long have you had this cold?
I didn't know I had it. Just coming on.
It's going to soon be time for that eclipse starts.
What time does it start?
Well, it's 20 after 1 now. I think it starts in about a half an hour, don't it? Did canning or butchering. Butchering. Do you remember them doing butchering at Grandma's house? Whenever they butchered.
No.
Don't you? Okay. I didn't know if you was there for that. And also, like whenever we'd have Thanksgiving dinner, we used to have the big turkey at Thanksgiving and stuff at Grandma's house.
Yeah.
We'd all come together there at that big table. I had that big table.
Do you?
Yeah. The kids don't like to use it. It's up in the loft right now. I gotta bring it down, and I'm gonna set it up in this addition that I've started to put on the house.
Oh.
I'm gonna set it up there, and then we'll be able to use it. Right now, there's not any room to use it. 1963.
Really?
Yep. That's the year I graduated.
Oh.
And I graduated, and I come home, and I stayed with you for about a week. And I got that guy from Frank Doyle called from Harrisburg and said he'd like for me to come to work for him down there.
Mm.
And he got my name from Boss Shellhorn and Milton Hershey School, and so I packed up my tools, and you guys put me on a train and sent me to Harrisburg, and you guys come out to Indiana. Anything to get away from me.
Well, he was a truck driver, so he had to go where the truck driver was.
Dad died just a couple weeks before, and you guys worked for McLean, or Bob worked for McLean, and I don't know what happened there, but the truck seemed to have a problem, and so he ended up coming out here to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we really liked it out here, though, too.
Yeah, it's nice out here. That right up the road here, there's a couple houses for sale now.
Is there?
Yeah.
I haven't even been up the road for a while.
Yeah.
I give Wayne a truck. As soon as Bob died, I give Wayne a truck, and then when I quit driving, I give Melanie the car, so I just sit here all the time.
Uh-huh.
That's just fine with me.
Hmm.
I'm ready to sit.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, the solar eclipse starts.
Really? See, I don't even know about all that stuff. Well, you got us. I don't know all about that. I just don't pay attention. I just live my life, whatever's in this house, that's what I live.
Was it always that way?
No. Oh, heavens, no.
Why? What did
It
you
was
used to do?
usually warm, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
They used to go on trips to different places. They used to get in a camper. Dex used to come out, and they used to go places with Grubbs.
Yeah, but since he's gone, I don't do nothing. I don't need to do nothing.
Where did you go when Grubb was alive?
Huh?
Where did you go when your husband was alive? What places?
Oh, just all around. Anywhere we wanted to go, we just get it and go.
Got a favorite place?
Oh,
We used to go to Florida. didn't they?
everything was favorite.
Yeah, they used to go to Florida, and they used to live in Virginia too, in Norfolk, Virginia. They lived in Norfolk, Virginia for a while Bob was in the Marine Corps. And in the summertime, we used to go down to North Carolina and stay with them whenever we were kids. And they had hurricanes down in North Carolina there at different times whenever they were there.
Yeah.
Remember the hurricanes?
Yeah.
Well,
We
I
don't
wasn't
have-
there
we don't
for the
have them.
hurricane.
We don't have them here.
No. And I never, you have tornadoes up here. So, in fact, you had a tornado go right through the yard over here, didn't you? One year.
I don't remember.
It took out some of the trees, went across here, and you showed me, and that one house was messed up pretty good.
I don't even remember that. Bad things I try to forget.
Yeah.
I do. The bad things I don't remember.
Down in North Carolina, there, the house you lived in, there's about 2 feet off, up raised, steps going up to it. And you used to tell me how the water in the hurricane would come up that high, and it would come in the door. You'd put towels and things at the door to keep it from coming in, the water from coming in around the doors.
Oh,
That's the first place we had pizza.
really?
Yeah, you and Kasubi and all them, Kasubi and and Bob's friends, you'd have a party and you'd have pizza.
Oh, yeah. See, I don't do nothing anymore. I just
Oh.
don't do anything anymore. I just watch TV. Watch TV and watch out the sun.
Remember the paper route we had in North Carolina?
Yeah.
And the guy, we built it up from nothing almost, and then we was only there for a couple months, and when we went to we were supposed to get all these prizes for building up the paper route.
Yeah.
And the last week we were supposed to distribute the paper, the guy didn't show up to give us our prizes.
Oh. I don't remember that. I'll
Yeah.
be darned.
Well, you was pretty upset about it at the time.
Oh, you didn't act like it.
No, you was gonna try to find out why and where they was at and what they were about. And
I know. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
All the bad stuff. I have all the bad stuff out of my memory.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
You still have it in yours, but I have all the bad stuff out of my memory.
Yeah, Bruce and I had it, and it was somebody, I think they had like 10 or 15 or something on it. It was hard to get money out of the Marines, but we got money out of them, and then some of them you go to collect and they wouldn't be home, so we had to not use them, and then we built it up to over 100 people.
Oh, goodness.
And we had to keep because they were rotating in and out. It was hard to keep up, but he was only
Yeah.
there a couple months, and we had it built up, and we gave it over to another kid that wanted it, and there we left. But the guy never showed that he was supposed to give us prizes for building up the paper route. He never did. He never
Well,
showed.
Oh, that's
We
the way-
waited there that day, all day for him.
That's the way it goes.
Instead of going to we always went swimming over there was a swimming pool over there on the base, and we'd go swimming every afternoon. We waited and waited for that guy to show up. He never showed up.
Gosh.
Thought maybe he was running behind. I remember Bob going fishing going fishing with the guys, the generals. They'd go down to Morehead City.
Oh, yeah.
We'd get down to Morehead City and they'd fish off the land, and we would be up the beach a little bit further. We weren't allowed to be down with the generals. And Bob would stay with the generals and take care of them, and we would be up the beach swimming and having a good time.
Yeah.
And there was a fort, an old fort down there that you guys used to take us to. And we used to just go over, and at the first year we were down there, they was restoring it. They started to restore it, and by the time you guys left, it was, there was a lot of it that was finished. Yeah, it wasn't totally finished, but there was a lot of it finished. It was a fort where you'd have to walk up to. You wouldn't know it was there, and you look over the top of the sand hill and sand mound, and sure enough, there would be this fort down inside, down in the lower ground. Yeah. We had a boat. We'd rent the boat there on the base. We go fishing. We get a half a bucket of shrimp, and for 50 cents. And shrimp. No, at that time people didn't eat it like we do now. And we'd get a half bucket of shrimp, and we'd go fishing. Bob would get them boat, rent a boat off of the the base there, and we'd go. And then he was trying to teach us to go skiing too. He tried to teach us to ski, and I can still remember the water being just a little bit over our head. But if you went down under the water, it was like seaweed down there, and it was really eerie because it was like weeds growing there. Do you remember the time I was there and you had told me to go get the sticks to do the marshmallows, and there was a bush out back of the house there, or alongside the house I should say, along the walk, and I would get into that bush, and here there was bees.
Oh, I
and
don't remember
the
that
hornets
either. Oh.
And it wouldn't have been so bad, but earlier in the day we went down along this little creek, and there was a bridge that went across it, and it was locked. The gate was locked, and it was locked so you couldn't go back to the school that was down there. So we edged along. We went on the outside of it. We edged along trying to get around these piers and things, or the framing, and then went into a bee's nest, and we got stung. And so we already had been stung with bees, and that night, to try to make things better, you said, well, we'll have a picnic, and anyhow we cut these sticks to have the marshmallows and stuff, and got the bees got stung again. I had sting marks all over my face and all over me, because we didn't hardly wear shirts, and I had sting marks all over me.
Oh, I don't remember.
In the morning the next morning I got up and my eyes were swollen shut, and I could hardly see. It took a couple of days. Took a couple of days and for it to go down.
Who all was with you there?
Bruce. Dex stayed at home. He didn't stay for the whole summer. Just Bruce and I. And then
he was working somewhere, wasn't he?
Well, he would go to Hoover's. He would work at Hoover's, and he'd work at Long's and Shirk's. We did the same thing whenever we were at home. We'd be helping out with the farm work and stuff next door, and the neighbors and things. So he didn't like being away from home. Even when I graduated from Milton Hershey, and I had the job down in Harrisburg, that first job I had, he didn't have a real good job at the time. So I talked to Frank Doyle about hiring Dex on and bringing him along down with me to work. And he come down for maybe a week or so or two, and Dex said, I don't want to have any part of this. He didn't like being away from home. He really didn't. So and so he didn't have a job down there anymore.
Oh.
He ended up coming back home to work.
Oh.
But by that time he was already married too. That was the biggest thing. Him and Vivian had already been married, and they already had one child, and so they just, that would put him away from her. And And I had that old car I bought, that old Ford I bought for $150. I bought off Carl Shaver, and I drove it back and forth. I don't remember if he had a car that he brought home at the time. He used to have a 55 Ford, and I drove it from time to time, but I bought a 56 Ford Fairlane 500 anyhow, and so that's what I was driving that summer. We parked it at Grammel's because I wasn't supposed to have a car whenever I went to the college there at Hershey Junior College. I wasn't supposed to have a car, so I parked it there. Well, they found out about it anyhow. It didn't matter. I only spent the one semester there, and then I went back. I went to work for a living. Yeah.
You went to Harrisburg and you never come back.
Yeah, and you were already going. Rusty let us stay there on weekends. We used to come up on weekends. Bruce and I used to come up on weekends, and Rusty had 2 beds set up down the basement, and so we used those beds. It was a folding bed. He let us sleep in the. And anyhow, that was the same way in there as at the college there too. We'd come home. Why he let us stay there.
Oh.
But after that, I didn't need a place. I always had a place, made my own.
Good. Good.
Actually, except for the weekends or whatever, I'd come home with Rusty anyway. From the week after I graduated, I've been on my own, and you guys, I stayed there a couple of days and got that job in Hershey or Harrisburg. So ever since then, I've been on my own.
You've been gone. Yep. You've been gone. I don't know. I forget what happened to my neck, but I can't turn it too much.
Yeah, you tripped coming in the door here. You tripped coming in the door and you fell.
Yeah.
And
Do you remember your dad and mom?
Oh yeah, a little bit, not much.
Dad remembers them really well.
yeah,
Who lives in the house now? Rob?
well, yeah, Rob lives in Mom and Dad's house. Rob is Bobby's youngest boy.
Oh.
Yeah. And there we left yesterday morning. We got gas right below where Bobby's buried. There at Bedford, right at the turnpike.
Oh.
Where you get on the turnpike to go west, there in Bedford. Right at we get gas at the foot of the hill, and the cemetery's up in the hill just on the other side of the road there.
Oh.
And I never could find his grave up there. Everybody said, well, it's easy to find. You go this and you do it. But we were up there different times, and we couldn't ever find his grave.
Well, where do you live now?
I live down the other side of Hershey, Palmyra. It's down the other side of Harrisburg.
I don't know if I have that address or not.
Yeah, you send me a Christmas card every year.
Do I?
Yep, you do.
Well, it'll be in my notebook then. I think Melanie has my notebook.
Yeah. Well, she probably helps you. She's been a big help. She's really been a big help.
I know she comes and gets stuff, and then when I go to look for something, it's not there.
Oh, okay. Well, if she got it, it was for a good reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know where it is. If I don't find it, I know where it is. She's got it.
Mm-hmm.
But
She's such a nice daughter for you.
I don't see very much of her, but yeah, she is.
I remember over there that ashtray that used to be the one that used to be at our house. That's what
gray
Dad
one?
used to. Yeah, that used to be one of Dad's where he put his smoky cigarettes and put them in there. Yeah, yeah. That was made from a piston.
Yeah, I forgot what it was made from. I used to know, but I forgot.
Yeah, an old piston. They welded it up and made ashtrays. We've had that all our life. Yeah, you've had that.
Bob used it all the
from
time.
the time Dad died, I believe.
Yeah.
Anyhow, it's been a long time. He died in 1963, the year I graduated.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
My goodness.
He was getting ready for the election, him and Roy McGee. I call him McGee, everybody else calls him Roy. But
Yeah.
Why do you call him McGee?
I don't know.
I think Pappy Vaughn used to call him McGee.
Oh.
That's what I understood. So, but I don't know, I've always known him as McGee, and it's funny whenever I hear people say, well, how's Roy doing? Oh, you mean McGee? Yeah. Yeah, he's been good to us too. He's been, him and his sons raise a lot of apples. And so he's been giving us apples, and we make apple cider, and well, actually, we slice them up and make apple pies and apple crisp, and we can make apple sauce, apple butter, anything you can make out of apples. I'd say we make it anyhow. That's real good.
I used to make something every weekend, but I got to throwing so much stuff away, I stopped.
Uh-huh.
So,
I know what you're saying. Grandma did the same thing.
yeah.
Yeah. She'd get upset with. She'd get upset with us because she would make things for us.
Somebody's
In fact,
here
that's
now.
Melanie. Yeah.
Good.
So she would make things for us, and sometimes we just didn't get there because we didn't know she made it, and we lived in Oil City and Scranton, and sometimes we just didn't get down to Sears often.
Yeah.
Like, we were first married. Well, for about 10 years there. Yeah, 10 to. Yeah, so that by that time, then she was gone. The first 10 years was a little rough.
Where do you live now? If you don't live in Scranton, where do you live now?
We lived down the other side of Hershey.
Hershey.
Yeah, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Down by
Do I
where
have your address or not?
Milton Hershey. Yep.
Do I ever send you a card, a Christmas card?
Yep. You and Melanie do.
Well, she's got my list, I think.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she's always been good. You always send me a nice Christmas card.